A dark, totally quiet palace set. The teasers drop. The fandom just goes completely silent. And then, in an instant, the entire K-pop and K-drama world is turned upside down. Why everyone is terrified of this top actor right now. Welcome to StarScope K-Report. Join Eric and Minji as they ride the Hallyu Wave, uncovering the biggest K-pop comebacks, shocking industry controversies, and major K-drama updates. From internet-breaking rumors to historic chart milestones, we dive deep into the world of Korean entertainment.
Yeah, today we are unpacking a literal phenomenon. I mean, we are looking at the meteoric, just seemingly unstoppable rise of actor Byeon Woo-seok, his record-breaking new drama, Perfect Round, and, well, the shocking historical scandal that brought some of the biggest stars in Korea to their knees.
It's wild. The sheer commercial and, cultural power this man wields right now is staggering. When we say the industry is terrified, we don't mean they are running away from him.
Yeah, you're out.
They are terrified because they don't know how to handle a wave this massive. He is completely rewriting the rules of what a modern celebrity can do. And he's doing it at a speed that is making veteran executives just dizzy.
Totally. And the data absolutely backs up that industry terror. If we look at the H1 2026 K-Brand Index, which is published by the Asia Brand Research Institute, the numbers aren't just high. They are they're unprecedented.
Really? How high are we talking?
Well, they analyzed 3.62 billion pieces of online data.
Wait, I'm sorry. 3.62 billion.
Billion with a B.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, covering the 30 most searched celebrities this year. And Byeon Woo-seok took the absolute #1 spot for advertising models.
Okay, let's unpack this for a second. Because 3.62 billion data points, that says not just a fandom being vocal online.
No, not at all.
Now, theirs is the equivalent of a small country area's GDP in internet traffic. He's essentially acting as a one-man media conglomerate right now.
He really is.
To pull off a true all-kill in the Korean market means you aren't just popular, you are inescapable.
You're everywhere.
Exactly. You are on the side of buses. You are selling out luxury brands. Your face is plastered on literally every convenience store window.
Yeah, and look at who he dethroned to get there. Because that's the crazy part. Lim Young-won held the #1 spot in 2025.
Oh, wow.
And for those who don't know, Lim Young-won is a trap music god in Korea.
The Ajumas love him.
Oh, his fan base has legendary purchasing power. I mean, they stream, they buy, they do not mess around.
Right.
And then in 2024, the #1 was soccer star Son Heung-min, a literal national hero.
Yeah, you can't walk 2 feet in Seoul without seeing Son Heung-min holding a coffee or a credit card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now look at the rest of this year's top 10. You've got Yoo Jae-suk, IU, Blackpink's Jennie, Park Bo-gum, IVE's Jang Won-young, and BTS Jungkook.
Oh, man.
It is an absolute bloodbath of global star power.
That is insane. Even if you are the golden maknae of the biggest group in the world, you are looking up at Byeon Woo-seok's numbers right now.
It's wild, and it challenges everything we thought we knew about, the traditional A-list hierarchy. Well, because he bridges multiple worlds. Right? The Korean Business Research Institute just released their August movie star brand reputation rankings.
Okay.
Jung Ho-yeon took the #1 spot there with a massive 5.4 million index, and Go Yeon-young came in second. But Byeon Woo-seok is unique.
How so?
Those actors dominate specifically in film or high fashion editorial. Byeon Woo-seok's influence bleeds across television, OTT streaming platforms, social media virality, and consumer brand deals. He is completely platform agnostic.
This is where it gets really interesting to me as a fan, because is the old guard terrified because he is proving that a massive, highly organized fandom can just bypass traditional gatekeepers?
I think so, yeah.
It's not just about his striking visuals, though let's be real, those definitely help.
Oh, for sure.
But it's about his ability to drive active, rabid engagement, and we saw that explode in real time with MBC's drama Perfect Crown.
The pairing on that project was an algorithmic goldmine, just co-starring IU.
A certified bias record duo. The hype for this pairing was already off the charts before they even filmed a scene.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we haven't seen them on screen together since Moon Lover's Scarlett Heart Rayo a decade ago.
That's right.
Where his character was just her awful, cheating ex.
Yeah, people hated him in that.
Right. Now, they are the leads in this massive budget, alternate, modern-day constitutional monarchy, and the ratings went absolutely ballistic.
They really did.
Yeah.
In a landscape where everyone is, watching streaming platforms, Nielsen Korea reported that by episode 4, Perfect Crown surged to 11.1% on linear television.
Hitting double digits on broadcast TV in 2026, that is an anomaly. Nobody watches live TV anymore.
Right. But the more crucial metric is the demographic breakdown.
Okay.
It dominated the 20 to 54 age bracket with a 5.3% average rating. That is the core active audience that advertisers will pay a premium to reach.
Yeah.
And by the time it wrapped up, it finished with a 13.8% nationwide finale rating.
Yeah.
They literally had the entire country in a chokehold.
But this massive Hallyu Wave was about to crash incredibly hard. Later in this deep dive, we'll talk about the shocking plot twist in this drama's real-life reception that nobody saw coming.
Yeah, you guys are not ready for this.
And how it triggered one of the biggest crises of the year. Quick reminder, if you love staying updated on your favorites and deep diving into the mechanics of the industry, make sure you're subscribed to StarScope K-Report. We've got even bigger scoops ahead. So let's set the stage here. The fandom is hyped, the ratings are soaring, the brand deals are locked. But then we get to May 15th.
Oh, boy.
Episode 11 drops, and K-netz go completely feral.
The shift from industry awe to industry panic it happened overnight. The controversy centered specifically on the coronation scene of Byeon Woo-seok's character, Grand Prince Ian.
Okay, yeah.
Now, to a casual viewer, it looked like a beautiful, lavish ceremony. But Korean viewers immediately spotted historical inaccuracies. And to be clear, these weren't just minor wardrobe continuity errors.
Like a modern watch in a historical scene or something.
Exactly, not that. They were deeply sensitive historical symbols related to sovereignty.
Right. It wasn't just a tweet saying, the lighting is weird or that fabric isn't period accurate. It was a visceral national reaction to the ceremonial details of the crown.
Let's break down the two major points of contention. First, the officials during the scene chanted Cheonse, which translates to 1,000 years.
Okay.
Historically, in the East Asian dynastic system, this specific chant was associated with lower-ranking rulers or tributary states.
Like vassals.
Essentially, yes, vassals to a higher emperor. The chant Manse, meaning 10,000 years, is the one historically associated with fully sovereign emperors and independent rule.
So the script basically demoted the Korean monarch in this alternate universe.
Yes.
And the second issue compounded that perfectly, right? It was what he was wearing on his head.
Grand Prince Ian was wearing a 9-tier crown known as a Guryu Mayon Rigwan. Again, in the historical court system, a 9-tier crown is specifically linked to vassal rulers. A fully independent sovereign emperor would wear a 12-tier sovereign crown, the Sibiryu Mayon Rigwan. So the production dressed a sovereign king as a subordinate.
I think we have to give the crucial context here, remaining completely impartial to the geopolitical debate itself, of course. But we need to explain why netizens were so outraged by this.
Definitely.
Because to an international fan, fighting over 3 strings of beads on a hat sounds absurd.
Right, like it's just a hat. But we had to do a quick explainer on something called the Northeast Project.
Right.
This is a real-world, long-standing academic and political initiative in China that involves claims over the history of ancient border kingdoms, such as Goguryeo and Balhae. The debate centers on whether these ancient kingdoms are part of Chinese regional history or foundational to Korean history.
Imagine if a neighboring country started publishing academic papers claiming that your country's foundational history, your ancient kings, and your traditional clothing actually belong to them.
Right.
That is the level of anxiety K-netz feel. So when they saw these specific visual cues, the vassal crown and the vassal chant in a massive K-drama, the immediate fear was that this globally distributed show could be misused.
Exactly.
The fear is that it subtly supports a narrative portraying Joseon Korea as historically subordinate to China.
And that is when the academics stepped in. Choi Tae-sung, a very prominent and respected Korean history lecturer, publicly criticized the series.
Oh, wow, the big guns.
Yeah, his argument focused on the cultural responsibility of the Hallyu Wave. He pointed out that K-dramas now command massive global audiences. He questioned why productions spend millions of dollars on CGI, elaborate sets, and A-list casting, but seemingly overlook basic historical verification.
So what does this all mean? I have to push back a little on this outrage.
Sure.
Is it genuinely fair to expect a fantasy drama set in an alternate modern-day constitutional monarchy that doesn't even actually exist to be 100% historically accurate?
Well, it's tough.
Like, it feels like watching a superhero movie and complaining that the physics of the cape are wrong. It is fiction. But here, the stakes are being treated as geopolitical.
The cape physics analogy is great, but the difference is that a cape doesn't represent a nation's sovereign identity.
That's fair.
What's fascinating here is how the sheer scale of modern K entertainment actually changes the rules of television production. Global reach equals cultural responsibility.
Right.
Fictional world or not, netizens genuinely fear that international audiences who might not know the nuances of Joseon dynastic history will accept these visual cues as real Korean history.
Yeah, because they just take it at face value.
When you are exporting culture on a massive scale, the line between fantasy and historical representation blurs in the minds of global consumers.
And that's not even the wildest part of this controversy. Wait till you hear how the biggest stars in Korea had to physically answer for a prop department's mistake.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a quiet press release sent out at midnight. It became a full-blown, humiliating apology tour.
The emotional toll of this controversy and the frantic speed at which these massive agencies had to pivot to save their stars' reputations was just unprecedented.
It was so fast.
On May 16th, literally the morning after the episode aired, the production team issued an official, groveling apology. And they took the unprecedented step of actually going back and editing the controversial portions of the episode on streaming platforms.
Which is a massive, incredibly expensive undertaking mid-broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
They had to pull the master files, re-edit, and re-upload while the show was still airing new episodes.
Then the human costs started to show. On May 19th, director Park Jun-hwa gave a deeply emotional press interview.
Poor guy.
He took the blame entirely. He denied any intentional distortion of history, explaining they mainly consulted advisors on General Joseon royal rituals, but entirely failed to consider the modern geopolitical implications of mixing those rituals into an alternate setting.
It's just a huge blind spot.
Right. He expressed profound regret that elderly fans who found comfort in the show were hurt by it, and he apologized profusely to the hardworking actors.
The writer, Yoo Ji-won, also had to step up to the firing line. She released a statement admitting to insufficient research when adapting these court rituals. She stated her intention was merely to showcase Korean beauty to the world, but acknowledged a total failure in considering the historical weight of those specific symbols.
But the backlash didn't stop with the crew. It bled over to the cast.
This is where, as a fan, seeing the fandom heartbreak was incredibly intense. You never want to see your bias forced to apologize for something they didn't write, direct, or design.
No, of course not.
IU is a national treasure, but the public pressure was immense. She actually broke down in tears and bowed deeply, like a full 90-degree apology bow to her fans during a birthday screening event at the CGV Yongsan iPark Mall.
Yeah, that was hard to watch.
She later released a written apology saying she failed to think deeply enough about the historical implications of the project she chose.
And Byeon Woo-seok also couldn't escape the blast radius.
No, he posted a handwritten apology, which in K-pop is the ultimate symbol of taking accountability.
It is.
And then he had to address it publicly during the Netflix press conference for his upcoming reality show, the Yoo Jae-suk Camp.
Talk about bad timing.
Yeah. He said the controversy made him reflect deeply on the heavy responsibility actors carry regarding the underlying message of a production. It is absolutely terrifying for fans to watch a highly anticipated comeback get completely overshadowed by a prop hat and a script error.
It really is.
It's a harsh reminder of how fragile success can be in this industry.
The landscape moves fast, and the fallout from these scandals can alter an entire career trajectory. By the way, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a KT update or breaking agency statement. We track every ripple of the Hallyu Wave.
So you have a massive star who just completed a humiliating national apology tour. In the old days of K-entertainment, that meant a forced multi-year hiatus.
Yeah, you'd be gone for at least 2 years.
The public would demand they disappear and reflect. But look at what is happening right now. It proves the old rules of cancellation no longer apply.
Not at all.
The Hallyu Wave cannot be stopped, even by a geopolitical history debate, because despite the apologies, despite the feral netizens, the fandom marches on.
That brings us to the ultimate proof of his commercial invulnerability. The upcoming 2026 Byeon Woo-seok Asia fan meeting tour in Jakarta, organized by Diandra Global Edutainment.
Yes.
If anyone in the industry thought the episode 11 controversy would permanently damage his commercial viability, the logistics of this tour prove otherwise.
The ticketing for this is an absolute battlefield. The pure adrenaline and terror of K-pop ticketing is real, and this one is on another level.
Let's look at the mechanics of how they were rolling this out, because it's a masterclass in fandom industrialization.
It really is.
The logistics are incredibly strict. It starts with the BBUO CHE Tone membership pre-sale on August 5th. Which is exclusively for paid Weverse account holders.
Yep.
Then it moves to the Diandra Global presale on August 6th. And finally, whatever is miraculously left goes to the general sale on August 7th.
Having that Weverse funnel is genius, right? It forces fans into their proprietary ecosystem, and everyone is fighting desperately for those fan benefits. It's not just about getting a seat in the room anymore.
No, you want the perks.
If you score a Cat 1 ticket, you are entered into a raffle for signed Polaroid signed posters and the ultra-rare 2-to-1 group photo. Plus, all Sat 1 ticket holders get exclusive Jakarta photo cards and a hi-bye session.
We should probably clarify what a hi-bye session is for those outside the fandom.
Oh yeah, good point.
It is exactly what it sounds like. After the show, fans line up and literally just walk past the artist, waving and saying hello and goodbye.
It lasts maybe 3 seconds per person.
Yeah, it's so fast. But psychologically, that brief, direct eye contact with a global superstar is the ultimate premium experience. It drives VIP ticket sales through the roof.
But the organizers are not taking any chances with crowd control. The regulations they put out are intense.
Very strict.
There is absolutely no overnight lining up allowed. Attendees can only bring one bag with a maximum size of 20 by 30 centimeters.
It's extremely small. Forget your massive tote bags filled with light sticks, banners, and backup batteries.
Exactly. You can barely fit your phone and wallet in there. No professional SLR or DSLR cameras allowed at all. No re-entry into the venue once you are in. And they have a remarkably strict no resale policy. The promoter stated that if tickets are caught being used for commercial giveaways or resold above official prices, they will be canceled without a refund and legal action might be taken.
Some people complain about those authoritarian rules, but they are implemented for a reason. You don't enforce a 20 by 30 centimeter bag rule unless you are terrified of the logistical nightmare of thousands of screening, highly coordinated fans overwhelming local infrastructure.
I see it as a testament to his sheer drawing power. Like, fans are willing to jump through every single hoop.
Every single one.
Registering on Weverse in July, paying international platform fees, abiding by strict camera bans, risking the wrath of the ticketing queue, just to get a 3-second glimpse of him.
This raises a really fascinating question about the modern entertainment industry, and it's the core of why the industry is so terrified. How does an actor survive a national historical scandal, issue a massive public apology, and then immediately turn around and sell out a highly regulated Asia tour without missing a beat?
I think we're entering a completely new paradigm of K-entertainment. Here is the aha moment for me.
Sure.
The fans during that controversy weren't actually mad at Byeon Woo-seok. They were mad on his behalf.
Interesting, yeah.
The fandom separated the actor from the production company. They saw him as a victim of bad research by the writer and director. They wanted to protect their bias from the punitive public.
That is a fundamental shift. In the past, public sentiment and fandom sentiment were closely tied. If the general public turned on you, your career went on a forced hiatus. The public held the power of cancellation.
But today, a star backed by 3.6 billion data points of brand power and a highly organized global fandom is virtually bulletproof.
Yeah, you really are.
The fandom acts as an economic shield. They don't care what the domestic general public thinks. They care about supporting the artist. Are megastars now too big to cancel?
The underlying mechanics of fame have certainly changed. When your audience is global, a domestic scandal doesn't necessarily cut off your revenue streams. The data from the fan meeting tour proves it. The old rules are just gone.
You've been listening to StarScope K-Report, where Eric and Minji bring you the stories shaping K-pop, K-dramas, and the global Hallyu Wave. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.